Welcome to the Coast to Coast podcast, brought to you by Play Picks and the Lines, coming to you from the West Coast. Josh Lander. We are going to dive into Game 5, y'all. It is what we all expected, I believe, at least for coming out of that 2-0 hole for Milwaukee, going back home. Did kind of expect them to go 2-2, as I mentioned in both games. Picked the correct totals there as well. Felt pretty good about some of the Game 4 picks and parlays that we talked about there in that episode. And we are going to go ahead and get into a bunch of the stuff, see how the series odds have definitely turned now that we were back to even and headed back to Phoenix. We'll see some of the Game 5 odds as well. As always, though, if you still need a FanDuel or DraftKings account, head to fdpicks.com or dkpicks.com. Find all those listings in your area. And make sure to like and subscribe to the video and to the page. We'll go ahead and give you another gift card opportunity here, as we've only got 3 games max left, right? So we should just keep this train rolling. In this one, I'm going to be eyeing some of the totals in this game, specifically the total for the game, and then definitely a few of the team totals there as well. So go ahead and let me know what you think the total score of this game will be. Jump in the comments with that, and we'll look to get a gift card out to whomever is able to get that correctly. And let's just take a quick look at the series odds as they stand now that we are back to basically a 3-game series at this point, right? So looking at how things have turned a little bit now at this point, for Phoenix to win the NBA Finals, minus 145, the Bucks at plus 125, and then for if you want to get a little bit more specific and pick the correct series score, Milwaukee in 6 is plus 300, so they could win 2 in a row, and then them in 7 is plus 320. Obviously, they have to win on the road in that 7-game scenario, so the odds actually a little bit worse there. And then same consistency there for Phoenix. Them in 6 plus 290, but them in 7 only plus 160. Considering that they would be more likely to win that Game 7 at home as the favorite. But I think what Milwaukee has shown is I think they're a little bit more likely to win on the road than Phoenix is. Phoenix was leading for a good amount of that Game 4 there, and even had a little bit of a lead there in the fourth quarter. But it still felt like Milwaukee was always in that game, and that Giannis was able to still, insert his will and get a few of those calls by being at home that maybe he wouldn't have otherwise been sent to the free throw line if he was in Phoenix. But we are back in Phoenix now, and honing in on this, the line and the total here, a little bit of discrepancy once again between FanDuel and DraftKings. FanDuel has Phoenix minus 4. You would get minus 108 on your money with that. Milwaukee plus 4, minus 112 on your money with that. So a little bit more favorable odds if you like Milwaukee, at least in terms of the spread there. But then Phoenix on DK is minus 3.5, and that's minus 115 on your money. Milwaukee plus 3.5, that's minus 105. So depending on who you feel a little bit more comfortable there, if you do like Milwaukee a little bit more, minus 105 at plus 3.5 on DK, definitely a little bit better, and vice versa there for FanDuel in terms of favorable odds for Phoenix. I think the thing is here, and we'll get into some of the odds, or excuse me, some of the picks and parlays and some of the things I'm thinking about this game. But it should be all prefaced with, this is the finals. This is the NBA Finals. This is a 7-game series at most. It's not like betting on the regular season. So you have to look at, obviously, some of the adjustments that have been made by coaches. Coach Bud has been ridiculed. I think he's done an incredible job. At least he should get a lot more credit than he is for the adjustments that he made in games 3 and 4 when the series came home. Obviously, guys like Middleton still shot better. Drew Holiday really did not. And not many other players really showed up, even to the extent that they did in Phoenix. I thought he actually made a lot of adjustments, which has affected where Phoenix is shooting the ball from. Specifically, no really 3-point shots from the corner, where guys like Jay Crowder love to be able to pull from. And obviously, Phoenix also is missing a lot of their front line, as Torrey Craig has been hurt, and we saw that Saric is out, and Frank Kaminsky's being forced to play some minutes. So I think things have actually changed a little bit. And when you look at this game to game, the things that I do feel comfortable betting on in Game 5, I'm honing in on the totals. I think the reason I am working backwards from there is Phoenix is more likely to score points at home. They play well, at least their record-wise, on the road in the playoffs. Has been, pretty much the same as at home in the playoffs. But they've been extra dominant at home. And at this point, I still think that will be something that will play in Game 5. I think guys like Jay Crowder, Cam Payne, and others will step up and score points, and you can count on D-Book and Chris Paul to put up points at home as well. They scored 118 both times that they played there in the finals so far. And I think that their point total at 110.5 looks really, really great to me. I'm definitely going to take that. And then, look, none of these games have finished inside of 4 points, as is the spread for this one, Phoenix -4. So I feel completely fine taking Phoenix -4, as I do think what's more reliable to bet upon in this game is Phoenix and company, everybody alongside Chris Paul and Devin Booker showing up and putting up big numbers in this game. Whereas I don't feel as comfortable outside of Giannis Antetokounmpo, placing any money on guys like Drew or even Chris Middleton. I know he had 40 points at home in Game 4. But now that he's back on the road, I don't know what I'm going to get from them. So I don't feel quite as comfortable betting on Milwaukee's 107.5. But I do think Phoenix is going to score enough points to get this total over 218, as it was both times in the first 2 games at home in this series. So I think, like I said, Giannis to get his point total 33.5. I feel good about it because I think he's just going to keep coming, and I think we will see guys like Chris Middleton and Drew Holiday, or at least one of them, if not both, struggle to shoot the ball in Phoenix on the road. So I think Giannis will try to make up for that, and I think he will get his points and get to the line. One thing we've talked about from the jump in this series is that there is no one to guard Giannis or even come close to his size and speed combination on the Phoenix Suns, and now they're even more depleted in the front court with Dario Saric out. So definitely look at those. And then I also feel really good about Book. He was incredible in that Game 4. His points, rebounds, and assists prop right now is only at 38.5. So he had 42 in that last game. I think we can definitely look for Book to put up big numbers in this game as well. And specifically, look, he's also shown his ability to be a playmaker, right? So if you don't think he's going to get 36 points or so, 35 points, still expect him to get over 28 or so. And then his rebounds and assists combined there at 10 feels really, really good to me. So I would look at his player prop as the thing I feel most comfortable about in this game. So as I mentioned from the top, make sure to like and subscribe so that you are eligible to jump in the comments and let us know what you think the total points scored in this game will be. We'll continue to roll on with these playoffs. Excited that we have at least 2 more games to place some wagers on before the season is over. And until the next video in Game 6, happy betting.